After show, but later, random midweek episode. I think, why not? We have enough shit to say. You should see all my notes. Kennedy, how many sticky notes do I have right here?
Are those sticky man notes or just sticky notes?
Just sticky. So let's go.
Stick man.
Let's go ahead and bring baseline training because I have a lot. We just need to get to it already. Baseline training. Let's go.
On the road to the riches because it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul. Grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens and come and spend a day in the 757.
What up, everybody? It's the after show, but later. It's your boys D, El Cucuy, and you know what? I was so pissed. I was editing the episode that we did, the other day, and I said, "Bienvenidos a este programa" or something. I said, el after show. I said para más rato. I meant pero, right? Like but. I said para. Why would I say para? Para's for. So that if you heard that episode and you're like, this dude don't know Spanish. I don't. You're right. But I knew that much. Come on now.
Pero yeah, you know what though, bro?
Rato. What's up?
Anyone that wants to say that you don't know Spanish, I want to hear them repeat something as well and fucking with the same accent you did. Because I guarantee the haters can't. Like the motherfuckers that are speaking that shit ain't talking shit. It's the ones that fucking can't speak the shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But I said,
you did great,
show.
Bro.
Okay, well, thank you. All right, man. Well, let's get into this midweek episode number 115 right here. And where do you want to start? Oh, I know where we should start. I know a very good place for us to start. And it has to do with a little place called Costco.
Oh, yeah, I got some shit. So, you want me to rant or what? Because I felt like today when I was texting you, like Cavino's sauna of rage, bro. Like, I got to figure out something different to kind of get that across as well. Mm-hmm. I was hot. So, number one, I'm a fucking grocery retail specialist, right? Gross profits at 30% in my departments, which usually was the whole grocery department, right? And when I was in ASM, I was in charge of helping my store manager for the whole store. So gross profit is all that I'm about, okay? And that's all we do. But that was my business for a very long time. And I don't mean to be cocky, but I was fucking good at it, dude. It just is what it is. Costco is not, it depends what you're looking for, okay? But if you think you're going to go there to save money on groceries, you are higher than 10 ladders or the first man on the moon. I'm just telling you right now because or that is not the... Or Cucuy, right? But here, I'm going to just go off this fucking rant. On my note, I put down, I totally, finally, 1,000% agree with Rich Davis. Costco is not a place to save. A few things are cheap, yes. They're chickens, they're rotisserie chickens, they're fucking hot dogs they won't raise the price on. Great deals, right? Quality meat, great vegetables, the quality of that stuff, awesome. Return policy, dope. I don't know if there's a better one in the industry. But now that I got the only good things that they got out the way, let me get into this shit. Unless you have a family of 6, why the fuck do you need 36 granola bars at once? And let's fucking be honest, every one of you bastards out there that wants to argue with me, after about the 15th to 20th one, you're tired of staring at the box for a while. Right? You just don't need that much. There's a reason why there's every other fucking grocery store with 10 and there's the couple out there that want to sell you 1,000 at once. Number one, you don't need that fucking many. Life is about options. If you keep eating the same fucking granola bar every day of the week for the rest of your life, I don't even want to be your friend. I'm just telling you right now. Okay. Number 2, do the math, dude. Do the math when you go to a Food Co or a Food Max. They are about turnover. Okay. Mm-hmm. Food Co is owned by Ralph's and Food Max is owned by Save Mart. So for you fucking nincompoops out there that don't understand this, I'm going to break it down.
He brought out the nincompoop.
Food Co and Food Max are all about the quick nickel and product turnover. That product turnover they only gross 10% because they're after the quick nickel. Their parent companies, Ralph's and Save Mart, are after the fast dime or the slow dime. So these movements, these millions of fucking cup of noodles and fucking boxes of cereal and Kleenex Cottonelle fucking 12 packs and the fucking 6-pack paper towels, all that movement at 10% gross margins allow the parent companies to fucking have the nice stores and get 30. That's how that works. Okay. So when they're having what's called a fucking loss leader, for any of you that's taking a business class, businesses have what's called a loss leader. Okay. And the loss leader is the items on the front fucking page that seem too good to be true, that the company is only making fucking peanuts on, couple pennies on the dollar, if at all. And a lot of times they're losing a couple of pennies on the dollar. Okay. And so they do that to get you in the store, you dumb motherfuckers, to get you to spend 30, 40, 50% on everything else. All right. That is the game. There's a reason why the bananas are the number one fucking most purchased produce. And it's in the back of the fucking department. Because they're strategically trying to get you to go there and get shit you didn't intend to get on your list along the way. We used to have at the Kingsburg Save Mart, they track the traffic, bro. We used to build the displays based on the foot pattern. There is psychological shit to this. So check it out, dude. When you go and buy fucking 36 fucking rolls, quadruple rolls for fucking $40, number one, you're tying up your family's budget with 6 months of fucking paper towels. We all talk about the stock market. All the shit Costco stocks up on for 6 months. What would happen if you put that fucking $400, $500, $600 into an IRA, or you put that into some Bitcoin when it was on the down and now it's coming back up? I mean, you got to be smart, dude. There is no reason to turn a $175 to $250 grocery bill into $1,000 because you don't want to have to buy toilet paper for 4 months. That's just being fucking lazy and paying more money to do it. When I worked at Save Mart, dude, Scott Tissue, and it's not the best, but it ain't the worst, had a deal, bro. If I bought pallets, the fuckers were $3.75. I could manage your special them at $5.99, and you can get the 12 double roll toilet paper or the 6 = 9 fucking paper towel. You are not beating it at Costco. Those 36 packs are not less than like $23, $24. Buy fucking 4 of the Scotts and tell me you didn't get more. It's every time, bro. You're not getting $3.99 T-bones at fucking Costco. You're not getting 20 fucking 3-cent bananas. This shit's just not happening. And all the shit that they're good for, it's just, you don't need that much at once unless you run a fucking boarding school or daycare.
All right.
And, I'm not done.
Oh,
so
okay.
check this out. I'm not done. So the thing is, they mentioned goldfish, bro. Emmy and Ben do not need a 5-pound fucking $10 carton of goldfish. They're what, 2 and 4. They don't need that, dude. Tell me the $2.50 bag that has about 8 or 9 ounces in there isn't good enough. And then when you fucking leave the box of goldfish laying around, it's not even a treat no more. Again, it's like those fucking granola bars you're trying to get rid of because you've been staring at them for fucking 2 months. Get the bag. They also mentioned the gas, okay? Yeah, dude, the gas is cheaper. But you know what, bro? I got a buddy who's a mechanic, and he's been a mechanic for a while. You know what he told me? He said, Cuzzo, you can go buy that cheap bullshit gas all you want. And in your mind, you think you're fucking saving 40 cents a gallon versus Chevron. But guess what, bro? You're not. You know why? Because the Chevron gets more miles to the gallon. And your car performs better based on the quality of fuel, just like your body. You fucking fill your body up with a bunch of cheap fucking fast food, you're not going to feel as good as if you went to Sprouts or fucking had a balanced having a healthy diet's not cheap, bro. With non-processed foods, right? But you're going to feel better. But what he said was if you get 26 to the miles to the gallon off the fucking Costco gas, you might get 29 or 30 off the Chevron. Do the 4 miles to the gallon times the 15 gallons in your tank, you're at 60 fucking miles. Do that math and divide that total up by the 60 extra miles of fucking you got in your car versus now you got 2 free gallons of gas because you use better shit. Yeah, it was 40 cents more a gallon times 15, but what is that? $6? What the fuck's a gallon? $3 a gallon? You got 60 miles. It was a wash and you fed your car better fuel. So yeah, they got the cheapest fucking gas and they do, but you got to stand in line for fucking 30 minutes to get the shit and it's cheap gas. You're not getting quality shit at a cheap price. No, you're getting cheap shit at a cheap price.
I have a question about the gas real quick. So how do you know, is it just Chevron or how do you know what places have a better quality of gas? Because if it's, say it is on sale or some shit somewhere or whatever, does that necessarily mean it's going to be shitty? Or is it only like the big box stores like the Costco's and Sam's Club? Or are there specific places like Chevron and a 76 or whatever that have better gas?
I think, well, for sure Chevron uses the additive of Techron. And I think in my own opinion,
Chevron
and again,
Techron.
Right. And in my own opinion, that's the best. But again, dude, get the different ones. Like if you have a normal commute that you make, you know, say you fill your tank up, fucking whatever, like do it. Get a Chevron fucking tank, hit your reset on your fucking odometer, see how many miles you get out of that tank and see what you get out of fucking Louis' fucking cheapest in town corner bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, and you got to be careful.
Name. Never
but you got to be
place.
careful, bro. You got to be careful though, because my pops used to sell gas stations, and a lot of people out here where there's like 8 of them or whatnot that own gas stations together. They'll go under the Chevron or Shell or Exxon, but when you ain't looking in the middle of the night, boy, they done all pitched in and got one big old load that went and delivered however many fucking trucks to fill up all their gas stations because they bought 9 deep. And they'll sneak in a cheapo. So sometimes if you're not careful and shit, bro, you gotta like know it's a legitimate franchise, not a franchise, but like a regular store, because they'll sneak in cheap gas on your ass when you're not looking out here in Cali, bro. So you got to be careful. But I think it's the additives, dude. They put Synergy and Mobile. They put fucking Techron and Chevron. I know Shell got their deal. All the major ones have an additive that they put in. My favorite that I prefer is Chevron. But I think any of those 3 I just mentioned are better than cheap ass fucking Costco gas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I typically don't even go for the cheapest. I go for what's most convenient. So, like, there's a Circle K, like, 300 feet one way and about 600 feet the other way from my house.
Right.
So, I'll typically fill up, like, right there if I'm on my way out or whatever. So, I mean, for me, I've never been like, oh, you know what? Well, I'm going to fucking drive around town to save 15 cents. Like, you know? Right. But that's good to know. I mean... Yeah, because I mean,
and you got to pay to go there, bro. Mm-hmm. So not only are you paying, you know, and again, they got some cool shit, they got some cool benefits. But anyone that wants to make their argument for Costco that you save money doesn't know how to manage money.
Yeah, and see, honestly, I'm somewhere kind of in the middle. Like I told you, I think I told you, I've never been to a Costco, and we have a Sam's Club that I've been to like a handful of times, but when it comes to like being extreme, I'm not extreme like Rich, where he said, oh yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to say. Rich was saying that he was like, oh, if I need, you know, whatever we're gonna have for dinner, hey, let's have, you know, fucking roast beef or whatever, then I'll go and I'll grab a couple of things. Okay, well then, do you want to go lay in your bed? Okay, well then finish it, but your back's gonna hurt. Well, Rich was saying that he was like, oh, if we're going to make like roast beef or something, I'll go, you know, to the supermarket and grab a couple of things and make it that night, which I feel like he's lying because we know how much he eats out, right? So if he's getting Taco Bell or some shit, I think that's really what it is. I think that's why he's not buying groceries in bulk, not because he buys shit the day of. I think it's more because he eats out so much, which... Okay, cool, whatever. If he can afford to do it and he doesn't care about the quality really about the food, then fucking whatever. But I kind of see where he's coming from, because I don't really like to buy shit like and have a gang of shit in the freezer that's just sitting there and pull out shit and like, what are we going to make today? And like, you know, I kind of like to have my fridge and shit like a little empty, and my freezer. I hate when you open the freezer and you can't even find shit because it's stacked. I don't like that either. So I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't like to, like, say Rich is being honest and he does go buy, you know, whatever they need for dinner that night.
Right.
I don't like doing that every night, but I would much rather do it, like, maybe a couple of times a week as opposed to, like, once a month and just have everything, like, freaking stacked in my fridge. I don't like that either because, I don't know, at the same time, I don't know what the hell I'm going to want tomorrow or whatever, you know? So,
right.
So if I kind of have a few... like staples in the fridge or like, you know, eggs and shit like that, then that's cool. But I don't want to buy in bulk like Costco, but I don't want to be shopping every day like Rich either, you know?
Well, and let me clarify something too, right? Number one, you have to catch shit on sale to make, this has to make sense when shit's on sale. So a Monster, for example, or a Red Bull, no, Monster, for example, or no, it was Rockstar. So when I was in Costco with my chick a month or two ago, they had a case of Rockstars, 24 Rockstars, $29, right? But bro, when they have them on sale at the grocery store, they're $1 or 4 for $5, and I don't have to buy fucking 24 of them to get that price.
Yeah.
So, and if you're the dumb motherfucker that likes to buy in Costco, then why aren't you the same dumb motherfucker wiping me out of your favorite flavor when they're 4 for $5 or they're 99 cents?
You know what? One of the places
that's where I'm at.
One of the places that I dig. I don't know if you guys have like a Fry's. What is it? Fry's Food and Drug or whatever. But
no. We used to have Fry's Electronics, but they went under.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's Fry's is I think Kroger. I think they
oh, okay.
So it's just one of the Kroger stores, right?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I like about them is
Freddy Kroger.
They have the shit that's like you said, the 4 for $5, right? Say they have Rockstar's 4 for $5. Right. What's cool about them, or they always see shit like 10 for 10, 5 for 5, or whatever, right? The cool thing about them is they're not like other stores where, like Walmart, it's like 4 for $5, but it's only if you buy the 4. What I like about that,
their Kroger, shit breaks down.
It's cool because, like, if you buy, the 5 for $5 and you buy 3, it's only $3, which is dope.
$1.25, Mr. Fitz.
3 for $3.
That'll be $1.
Yeah, and then 5 for $5, and you buy 3 of them, it's only $3.
Right.
So if you do that, it's cool because they don't, and I didn't know that, but my girl used to work at Fry's, and she's like, no, like she looked at me like I was a moron, and she was just bro. Like, no, like, so it's cool when you only have to get 1 or 2 of the thing that's on sale because they have a gang of sales like that throughout the store, as long as you're a member,
Well, and not only that, bro, variety is the spice of life, right? Mm-hmm. I like Red Lobster, bro. I don't want to eat it 2 nights in a row. I love tacos, bro. I don't necessarily want to eat them 2 nights in a row. Like, if I'm going to have tacos one night, let me get some fucking shish kebab the next night and maybe some Italiano the next night, and let's hit some sushi. I don't want the same shit. Why do I want to go to the place that sells me bulk of the same shit? Mm-hmm. How about I eat granola bars for a couple of days, and then maybe now I move on to protein bars, and maybe now I'm eating, bowl of fruit for a couple days in a row, and now I moved on to fucking smoothies, and maybe now I'm on a salad kick. Like, I don't want the same shit. No, I do not need to go buy 30 days worth of motherfucking anything, bro, unless it's weed.
No, I feel you. And see, the thing is that when it comes
and good weed,
but when it comes to, like, honestly, if it comes to like food, I could eat the same shit. If I dig it, dog, I could eat the same shit for a week at a time. I don't give a fuck. So that's where we're different. But
I used to. But bro, there's so much shit. Pizza, teppanyaki, fucking.
What the hell is teppanyaki?
Bro, it's fucking where they cook in front of you. They cook the fucking chicken and the steak and the mushrooms and the fried rice, and they make the volcano out of the onion.
Oh, I didn't know it's called a
teppanyaki. Yeah, bro, teppanyaki. But there's just, for me, especially living in Fresno, bro, like Fresno had everything, bro. So I don't want to eat Thai food twice in the day because maybe that day now I'm changing. I'm sorry, I can't even speak. See, that's how worked up I am about this shit.
I feel you.
But maybe I want shish kebab, or maybe I want to go get some soul food. Maybe I want to go get breakfast in the morning. I don't know, bro. Variety's a spice. Fuck, my relationships don't last more than 8 to 9 years, right? Like, I don't want the same. I'm glad because I don't want them old broads. I'm happy with the one I'm with, and if I ain't with her, then I'll move on to the next one, bro. I don't want the same shit over and over.
You know what? It's funny that you mentioned Thai food. I had never had Thai food in my life until about a month ago. And it was, there's some Thai place that we have here. I had never heard of it. Well, I've heard of it. I'd never
I'm going to plug you.
Doug, we have this Thai place that my sister actually introduced me to. Oh, man. I might take her there for lunch in a couple of days because her birthday's on Friday. But that place is bomb. It is so bomb, and they have like this spice meter, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
I'm getting some Thai food as soon as we get off this fucking.
I think I got 4 or 5 on the last one, and my sister, she can handle hot shit. She got like a 3, but I was like, holy shit, dog. I was like, I think her boyfriend got like a 2, and he thought that shit was hot. I was like, oh man, it's like basically what I dig about it. It's like hot ass Chinese food. Like, especially if you get like super spicy. Oh my God, it was so good. Dog, that shit's bomb. I love it. I'm a fan of Thai food, and I've just discovered it.
Get Penang with beef. Get Pad See Ew. Get Pad See Win. Get Drunken Noodles if they got them.
Drunken Noodles.
Those are fire. This other spot, not everyone, they all have them, but I think this one spot called them their own thing, but they were called money bags, and they were almost like a mini pot sticker. They had like, ground pork and some veggies. Yeah. But it was in this it was like in a bag, and they twisted it and they deep fried it, bro. Oh, those are fire.
I got to rewind this episode later because I want to write down some of the shit you're saying because I really dug it. That shit is so good.
Pad Prick King with green beans. That thing's bomb. What about eggplant?
I'm going to go ask for the Pad Prick King.
Yes. Bomb. Fire, bro. You can't go wrong.
I'm like, is a Prick King here? Because I want the Pad Prick King.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. All right, cool. And have you ever had
I'm a prick. I want the king.
Have you ever had the cream of some young guy? They have that over there too. But
no, I've never had nothing like that.
Me neither. I had there's a cream of some young guy, the pack my ass. Never had that either.
Never had those.
No.
Nope.
No.
Actually, to be honest, that's the first time I heard of it.
Oh, really? You've never had the pekmas? Oh, no. Those? Yeah. I have this friend. He's a gay dude. He digs it, but I've never had it.
I bet he does. He probably digs a lot more than that.
But yeah, man. But yeah, no, I know that got you fired up. And the shit you were texting me earlier today, I was like, damn. I was like, you know what? And honestly, I wanted to bag on Rich when I was listening to the episode.
Bro, that's how big my fucking my rant was, bro.
But see, Doug, the thing is that I wanted to bag on Rich, but I couldn't because I'm not a box store shopper, you know. So
we're Team Covino, so you didn't hear me. I stated my opinion, but I absolutely did not rag on Covino because he's the homie.
Yeah, but he honestly he was kind of a little more neutral.
Right.
But yeah. So anyway,
but I know he probably gets his protein bars there.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to. I'll talk about that another time. But I wanted to talk about. There was a couple of things. Oh, we had. I don't know if you've heard today's show yet, but Funky Monkey called in. We got to hear we got to hear Funky Monkey on the show today. It was dope because today is Covino and Rich's 1 year anniversary on Patreon.
Yeah, from Patreon.
So, Doug, it is so cool because
I know they hit my PayPal today.
Doug, it was funny because I heard Covino mentioned this podcast called "Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn," right? And when I heard that, I go, "Oh shit, that's some of the dudes that like I bullshit with on Twitter, right?" And and I went and I mentioned them. I was like, "Hey, Covino and Rich mentioned you guys, or whatever." And then they were like, "Yeah." They said that they slid into Covino and Rich's DMs and let them know that we recommended them.
Oh, that's dope.
So it was cool.
Yeah.
So they're subscribing on Patreon. Tito and E are subbing on Patreon. So Doug, it is so dope that homies of homies now are digging it. You know.
Oh, I got a dude out there. He's in the freezer, and that's what he's doing. He's a freezer guy right now. And yeah, I was like, fuck, bro, you're in here for fucking 8 hours a day. Here's some good shit. You know, listen to Covino and Rich. You can listen to the old shit, or you can pay, and you know, it's $4.99 a month. You
know what? One of the things that I wanted to talk about was actually a good point that I think they were making. Is where was it? Got to check all my notes. Actually, I don't know where it went. But anyway, they were talking about. Is the free Twitch Friday actually working to not to their advantage but negatively for them? And I think it actually might be. And that's where I'm kind of like I'm torn because I feel like it might be, and this is why I feel like it might be. Their shows I listen to, most shows are 2 to 3 times a week. Rogan does 4 or 5 at this point, but most shows, Fighter and the Kid, I think is like 3 times a week. Theo Von is 1 to 2 times a week, mostly 1. A lot of shows are 1 time a week. I know Kill Tony is only once a week. 2 Bears 1 Cave is only once a week. So I think if people aren't writing for Covino and Rich like we do, I think the free Twitch Friday will suffice for them and not make them want to subscribe. If it was a show like there's a show I like that Chris D'Elia does. It's called Congratulations.
That was young kid. I thought it was younger girls.
No, you know, okay, all the shit that came out was
I like Chris D'Elia before all that. I just don't know if I can publicly support him anymore.
Doug, well, okay, all the shit that came out about him being a creep and shit, all the shit was that bitches that were 18 and older, but they were
Bro, he's 40.
Yeah, okay, but I'm saying yeah, he's a creep, but you know, he's not like an illegal creep. Like they were talking about Covino and Rich today. They were talking about how like Jerry Lewis married a 13-year-old. You know,
but that's like saying that you know what you can watch your fucking neighbor.
Hey, I'm recording. Creep.
Well, yeah, bro. So the thing is, what he did, I don't know. It doesn't appear he got caught for anything illegal, right?
Right.
But it's still very creepy. And the example I'm going to give you is, it might not be illegal to stare at your hot neighbor as she does yard work, but it is fucking creepy as all shit.
You're right.
And you got issues for that shit. When you start doing shit, because I hate to say it, bro, and I know shit's changing and cancel culture is real, but dude, anything and any time you do anything that has sexual innuendos, and it's borderline creepy in people's opinion, you probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah, and hey, he's gone to rehab. All right, he's it's just him and his wife now. All right, and they have a 2-year-old.
Does it just go away that quick, bro?
It might. No, I never been to therapy. I never needed to go to therapy for shit like that, so I don't know. It could. Again, I don't know. It could. It could not. I don't know. I don't know, dog. I've never been to therapy and had to work shit out like that. I don't know. But what I was saying is, Chris D'Elia, he has. Did shit get sent right now?
Oh, no, I'm turning my ringer off.
Oh, okay. No, well, Chris D'Elia, he has a show once a week, right? Along with Theo Vaughn and all those other people. And see, he also has a Patreon, right? So you could pay for his Patreon. He gives you like more content, more episodes and shit like that. But for me, okay, you don't like Chris D'Elia, Doug. Okay,
I do. I did. I'm upset and bitter because I did, but I can't. I feel like it's wrong.
But but I'm cool though when it comes to paying for his Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Because
you pay for the creepy shit?
No, you can pay for more content. He gives free content. He gives like 1 episode a week, and then if you want more than that, you can pay for it, right? So what I'm saying is, Chris D'Elia, to me, it could be Covino and Rich for other people, right? Where they're like, oh, I have the free Twitch Friday along with all the other shows I listen to, right? So I don't need to pay for them on Patreon. That's why I feel like it could be hindering their growth. But at the same time, I feel like it's a double-edged sword, because at the same time, they could be being exposed to people that they wouldn't otherwise, right? So I kind of don't know where to go. I don't know where to lean. Is it hurting them? Is it helping them? I feel like we don't know.
I don't think it's ever hurting, because more exposure is always the better. You want to be everywhere, and you want everyone to talk about you and know your name. And the ones that fucking aren't down to pay, obviously they're not one of us, right? Because there's plenty of us out there that are willing to pay even for tier 2, let alone tier 1. So, bro, if they think they get enough CNR for 2.5 hours on a Friday, then are they really, I don't know, bro. I mean, we want them in the family, right? We want to poke jabs at them and talk about them like we do Jason in Tampa and everybody else. But I don't know. You can't please everybody. And I don't think it's driving people away. You might not get those guys to subscribe to let's just say in certain instances, to the $4.99 a month for Patreon. But would they have subscribed anyways if there's no free Twitch Friday? Because if they're listening on the free Twitch and they're not going to sign up, and that's how they found them to begin with, they wouldn't have signed up anyways, because they would have never known. And maybe one day they do sign up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good question. I don't know, but
maybe one of them maybe they get a job that's in the freezer, and you got to kill big chunks of time Monday through Friday during normal week hours. Maybe they fucking sign up because for $4.99 it's $1.25 a week. Now 3 hours a day or 2.5. They're taking up their time. Like we all started, right?
Doug, I found a way to increase their numbers by 8 zillion%. I just thought of it right now.
The fucking 1.5 tier?
So no, check this out. Because Jordan, right? She had a video that went like over 1 million views recently, right?
Shout out for all you fucking idiots that said that I didn't know what I was talking about on my COVID shit, you motherfuckers. Kiss my dick. How's that sound?
So when it comes to Jordan, right? She did a video and it went over like 1 million views, right? So all she has to do, Doug, is do a video where she looks all Jordanish, right? Looks very voluptuous and whatever. And then do a video where she's like one of those where like the chicks on TikTok are like, they point at like one thing.
They're breastfeeding?
And they're like, and they shake their head no. And then they point to another one, and then they like smile and say, yeah. So, Doc, we could be like, Jordan could like point, and it'll have like Joe Rogan, right? And she could like shake her head no and go like this. And then she could be like Covino and Rich, like on Patreon, and be like, and Doc, and as long as she looks hot, 1 million views right there, Doc. Their numbers went up 8 million%. I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that for sure. It's a great idea.
Whatever.
But at that point too, I mean, why even stop at Jordan? Why don't you get fucking, pay an influencer to do it? There's 3 of them.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you're gonna have to pay $1 million for Kim K, but I'm sure there's some young influencer out there that fucking, I mean, and look at what they did. They got Mike 525 talking about him, and he's somewhat of an influencer.
You know what, Doug? I think you're right. And like all joking aside, I think that would be dope to find an influencer, dog. That's not, like you said, not Kim K, not freaking what's her name?
Paris Hilton,
Summer Rae, or none of nobody
Addison Rae.
None of them, right? But get somebody.
I bet Farrah Abraham's affordable.
Doug, get somebody not that has, 23 million subscribers, but get somebody that has 3 million subscribers, 1 million subscribers.
They could budget Samantha.
Exactly. They don't even have to budget her, dog. Spot probably has her cell phone. So just, you know what I'm saying? Somebody sure. Like that. Somebody, dog. They know Sebastian.
Chinese rice.
My bad. Well, no, I was looking for something because on Snapchat all day today it says start your Snapchat ad for $4.99. So I was trying to look at it to make it relevant to this conversation, and I saw a video instead.
Yeah. I got an ad the other day. I was on shop.cavinoandrich.com. Just kidding.
Penis pump?
No, but fuck.
Was it a Dickie pump?
I forgot what I was telling you.
I heard it was in the Cavino Rich store, bro. Dickie has Dickie pumps.
Get the I really think though, dog, that's not a bad idea to get an influencer that's not crazy like influential. Expensive. Yeah, expensive. Right. But get them that has a million followers. That's not shady, right? That's not shabby. That's not shabby, right? To have a million fucking people that are watching your shit.
Pass out like 10 lifetime fucking Patreon subscriptions so they can give them to all their family and friends or whatever. Give them some fucking swag and pay them for their time.
I think, Doug, that's honestly a great idea. I'm going to start doing some research on my own so then I could present it to Spot and be like, hey, dog, look at this shit right here. That's not crazy expensive. You guys could do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, it's not much different than fucking... you might even check it out, bro. I'm from the hip-hop world. Maybe you pay one of these fuckers to spit some bars. Or, you know what I'm saying, on one of their songs or something on a download. Yeah. Maybe they shout you out at the end. I don't know, bro. There's a lot of different things you could do. You could pay a lot of different people. The Mac Dre verse only cost me $1,500. And he's a fucking legend. You know what I'm saying? So, Yuck Mouth was 4 or 5 years removed from fucking I Got 5 on it that was, the Loonies, and fucking that was 2 G's. So you can do it. And if you split 2 G's 3-way with those guys, it's about $675 each.
I'm not a mathematician, so I couldn't tell you. I'm just going to agree and assume you're right. But Doug, I have a question. Switching gears real quick. When it comes to, I guess Greg, he headed out today and went back to Jersey, or actually no, the Queens, right? He's from Queens, New York, right? So Greg went back to Queens, but Rich mentioned something that he felt like was a little odd. He said that Greg needs to get his hearing checked because he said that Greg prefers to watch shit with headphones and closed caption. Honestly, if I'm digging something, I prefer to watch it that way as well. I have my AirPods in that connect to my Apple TV, so whatever I'm watching on TV, throw that bitch to my AirPods, and then closed caption on for shit that I may have missed or whatever. And so I don't think it's necessarily a hearing problem. It could be because Greg is, getting a little older. But at the same time, I just dig watching TV like that. Like growing up as a kid, and not even for shit that I'm like super into, but say I'm like watching a podcast or something, or there's a documentary or something where I'm like kind of half into it. I love that I could be picking up around the house and shit while I'm still listening to it. And then I hear something interesting. I come and I sit for a few minutes and I actually like watch that part. It's
you do that too?
Yeah. What?
I come and sit too.
So I'll come and sit and then I'll watch for a few minutes and then I'm like, okay, cool. And then after that I'll get up and go do some dishes or something, right? So for me, I dig the AirPods because I'm mobile, right? Or if there is something that I really dig, it's right there. You have no distractions, right? You're not hearing your kids fucking, Zootopia or some shit in the background.
They're dying and you can't hear them.
Or you're not hearing your girl fucking watching Schitt's Creek or whatever,
You're
getting Kanye Genius, right? So I've been watching that shit.
You're getting Kanye Genius.
I am. Another one comes out tonight, dog, so I'm excited. But yeah.
I'm with you.
But you see, so I don't think necessarily, I know it could be, especially with Greg, getting up there. But I don't think necessarily that's the issue. It could be that's just how he prefers shit. When I was a kid, dog, I remember...
Miles Swanson.
Really, bro? I even turned the ringer off.
When I was a kid...
call you back, Boogie.
When I was a kid, I remember like seeing like an ad on like TV and shit for some infomercial where it was like, you can get these headphones and they're wireless, right? And you had to put this big ass antenna on your TV, and then they were these big ass headphones that went over your ears. I wanted some of those so bad because like, damn, you know what I mean? Like when my parents are sleeping, I could be watching TV and have it loud as fuck and not even, Now we're there, right? Now we're in the future. So I feel like I feel like Greg's just with the times. So I don't feel like it's because he's old.
No, and I'm with you on that too, because in the last, I would say 4 or 5 months, I became a fan of watching TV with your Apple headphones as well. Or the one thing I've got at Costco in the last fucking 9 months, I bought some Beat Flex for $44.95 with the fucking cord around them. And, but I'm with you on that because, August we'd lay in bed or whatnot and she had to work and I'm off, you know what I mean? I don't want to keep her up. The light don't really bother her. It's mostly the noise. So yeah, I'll throw on my Beats and shit and I can just sit there. I can fall asleep watching it. Yeah. And I'm with you. And so if you got those big Beats or the AirPod Pros, I mean, let's face it, bro. You want to watch MTV or you want to rock out in your fucking headphones, right? Yeah. Like the headphones. So when you're watching any type of action movie or suspense, yeah, bro, you got them big old fucking headphones on. It's way better.
It's so dope, dog. It's so dope. Especially, or even like you said with the Pros. When I put both of the Pros in and then turn on the freaking noise canceling mode,
it's over.
There's nothing better than that,
No one's fucking with you.
Exactly.
You're gonna have to tap you on the shoulder if they want your attention.
Yeah. My girl even telling me, she's like, "Hey, take that shit out." When she's talking to me, because she knows I'm just like,
you wear it during nasty time, bro. You're doing nasty time. All you got on is your AirPod Pros and your socks.
Doug, and my watch. Remember that conversation?
Oh, yeah, and your watch.
But you know what though? Honestly,
Daniel gets
Doug, down. Very rarely do I not have my headphones because all day at work I'm listening to shit, right? And they never go dead because I have one charging all the time while I have the other one in my ear. Right. And then when that one beeps, beep, 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 because it's at 20%, I throw the other one in and take this one out. Swap them out, right? So at work, 10, 11 hours a day. When I sleep, I'm gonna lay down.
Don't rub it in, bro. Don't rub it in. I still haven't found my groove.
Oh, for real. So when I'm sleeping, Doug, I'll as I'm relaxing, I'll throw in put on a podcast or something. Not Chris D'Elia, but
sounds like it's a bedtime podcast.
But so I'll put on a podcast or something or whatever as I'm doing the dishes or Doug, even like this past weekend, I was doing a bunch of shit outside, right? And as I'm I have my phone plugged in, the charger right there, and I'm around the whole yard fucking listening to podcasts as I'm doing shit. And it's like I cleaned out my shed, organized everything. Doug, the whole time I'm listening to podcasts. I listened to Earthquake on Joe Rogan. I caught up on Covino and Rich, double listen to shit because we were going to record. So, Doug, I just feel like it's just the future. I don't feel like, it's because Greg's old.
No, I'm with you on that. And I don't really fuck with the subtitles too much because, that's just a waste because chances are I'm looking at my phone unless that shit's super interesting anyways. But, no, I like, and I don't always do the headphones. Like now that, you there, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, now the screen went blank. But now, now that I'm solo and there's no one here at the house, there's no need. You know what I'm saying? I just watch TV. But
Chapo don't ever bitch at you, start barking and shit.
No, he wants to watch fucking dog TV from time to time, but he'll get over it. But nah, I get it, and there's something to be said about that. But it could be his hearing too. He is 70 years old. Oh, Richie, my hearing's just fine.
Yeah.
But who knows, man. Shout out Greg. Greg's a good dude.
I just thought of something. Hold on. Let me see.
Ping pong fucking king.
Exactly. But yeah, again, I don't even know where that note went. Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask a question, Doug. I talked to you enough and I'm not sure. I didn't go back and look at our text and shit. But there was something I saw in like a meme or some shit where it said that millennials are like culprits of overusing like LOL, right? I just said like 57 times, but the LOL and dog. Okay, so LOL, I use that shit way too fucking much to where I'm like, you're like, hey, what are you up to? I'm like, fucking making Kennedy some food. LOL. I do that shit way too fucking much, and it's irritating even to myself. Yeah. Okay.
It's embarrassing, bro. We're grown men. We got to cut that shit out.
I know, Doug. I'm like, why the fuck is it LOL? Like, it's fucking stupid.
Well, think about it. Really, every time you read, say, "Hey, guys, I'm making some candy, some food." Ha!
I know. That's why it's fucking stupid,
dude. Like, I'm with you.
I can't help it sometimes though, because I'll do it and I'll be like, sometimes I'll even delete it. Like, oh, like if I'm conscious of it, I'm like, why the fuck was I gonna put LOL? It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but you know what, bro? There's also like fucking etiquette now that if you don't send like more than 2 sentences, you're being a dick. So like, if maybe sometimes I feel like when I do send one sentence, if it's kind of funny, I can throw that in there so they maybe can tell my mood. I don't know, man. There's fucking pressure nowadays sending text messages, bro.
Doug, that's how you know we're getting old, huh? Because the pressure's on. You're like, fuck, man, am I gonna piss this person off? But
no, everyone's just a bunch of fucking pussies. But you know what? They gotta fucking
that's
be
why
so sensitive.
That's why I don't fuck with a lot of people, right? I talk to you. I talk to Luis. I talk to a handful of other friends that are good people. But other than that, Doug, I don't fuck with people. You know, like.
But bro, look at the way that we respond to each other. If I call you and you don't answer, have I ever said, "Hey, bro, why didn't you answer my call?"
No, you wait for me to call you back.
If I text you and you're busy all day, you know, I might text you at 8:00 in the morning. I might not get a text till 7:30 at night. Saying, "Oh fuck, bro, sorry, I forgot to text you all day. Yada yada yada. I had this going on." We don't take it personal. Mm-hmm. Why motherfuckers feel like your whole fucking response revolves around their security with themselves is fucking bullshit, bro. Motherfuckers got life. So sometimes I won't hear from you for 12 hours, bro. It doesn't bother me one bit because I'm not thinking, I wonder why he's not texting me back. What did I do to Daniel? Did I say something on the last show? No, you're being a weirdo. Let the man live his life. He'll get back to you.
Doug, I fucking texted Luis the other day. I texted him about my throat. Did I tell you about my throat doctor and how my shit's all closed up and shit? Well, I went to I had an appointment with the throat specialist the other day, and they said that my throat is 60% closed. They're gonna have to pull my tonsils out. They said that my throat is very narrow. They might have to even like widen my mouth and shit, like to the back of my throat, take out my uvula. And
really?
Yeah, and they said I have a deviated septum on my left side. So all this shit, right? So they were like,
"Hey, how'd you find all that out?"
Because my sleeping's fucked up. So I go, you know what? I'm like certain I have sleep apnea. So I go, my doctor told me a long ass time ago I need my tonsils out. So when I went to the doctor, they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll take your tonsils out." When I went to like the specialist, they were like, "But that's like only the beginning." Because it could be way fucking like, they're like, "We're going to pull them out. We're going to give you like a sleep study and do all this shit. And then, you know, we might have to," they told me about widening the mouth, the uvula, deviated septum.
That's a lot of work, bro. I'd see another specialist before. Well, you guys can do the tonsils, but before you fucking do all this extra repair shit, I need to fucking confer with another fucking professional.
But what do you call it? So I texted Luis about that, right? Because I had told him, I was like, "Oh, did I tell you about this appointment?" And then, you know, because we're just updating each other on life and shit, right? And then I texted him all that shit, and then like the next day, I texted him about something else because he didn't respond to that. But I understand he's busy. I don't give a shit, right? So then I texted him about Brandon Moreno on Theo Vaughn on that podcast, and I was like, "Dog," I was like, "Did you see Brandon Moreno on the podcast?" And then he was like, "Oh, hold up." He was like, "I'm reading your shit about your throat." So then he fucking read all that shit and responded to that first. Right. I don't give a fuck, Doug. I know he's got a gang of shit, you know. I'm like, he's an engineer, Doug. He's a busy dude, you know. And so he's like, "Oh, cool." Then he's like, "Oh, fuck, dude, that's crazy. This. We went back and forth with that bullshit for a little bit. And then we were talking about the podcast and all this other shit. So, Doug, we're fucking, I feel honestly like we're in a good little window because we're not fucking old to where we're fucking like we don't get it, right? And we're not fucking young. Like I got like 15-year-old little cousins that their life revolves around shit, their phone and shit, right? I think we're in a good window where we're like, "Hey, I'm gonna hit up this motherfucker. If they don't hit me up, they'll hit me up later." You know, and if it's super important, I'll fucking call them. And if they don't answer, they'll call me back. Like it's not,
I'll just send you a text.
You know, it's not.
"Hey, bro, it's kind of important. If you get a chance, can you give me a call? If not, I understand."
Yeah, but so I think we're in a good window. I gotta call out. I'll say a relative. You know how a relative's older, Doug, when they fucking do shit like, I had posted a Snapchat the other day of me and Kennedy in the car, right? And Doug, one of my relatives responds to that and puts, "Hi, mijo." Right?
That's it.
Yeah, Doug. And I'm like, that's how you know a relative's like a little bit older, because they're like, oh, you put a snap, let's start a conversation. You know?
Oh shit.
And I didn't even read it for like a day and a half. And I was like, oh shit. And so I just put hey or some shit, right? But I'm like, that's how you know we're not that old, because we're not starting conversations in the middle of somebody's random post. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's because we got shit to do.
So I feel
I go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I would say I feel like we're in that good window, you know?
Well, and I felt so bad about this conversation. I had to text Bo right now because fuck, man. He texted me yesterday and I totally forgot to text him back. So
was he the one that
I
called?
don't want him to. No. Oh. That was a Boogie. That was Boogie. But
Bo, Boogie, Potato, Tomato. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're all cool too. But no, I felt like I had to text him back because fuck, I don't want him to think I'm fucking ignoring his ass. It just life got ahead of me, man. I just I'm busy. Boss showed up today at work, wanted to tour the facility, and just had shit going on. I didn't even fucking think about it because I've got 94 other text messages since then. So I can't even see it anymore. And it just, shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you 100%. Oh, and you know what, Doug? Kind of switching gears. There was Joey in Texas. Shout out to Joey. You know him as Yobi on Cavino on Rich. He hit us up on Twitter and he was like, you guys talk about Cavino and Rich shouting out the same people. He was like, can you guys do the same shit? Because I was going to shout out Funky Monkey right now. That's what reminded me. And I told him, I was like, Doug, well, if you listen to a few episodes later, we talked about us we talked about how we understand now why they do it because of the people that ride so hard for us right now. Right. So we think about if we ever blew up to a Cavino and Rich level, we would still be riding hard as fuck for the
Funky Monkeys and the Luises, right? And the Stickmans.
So we would fucking, and so we had said
Bobby
shit
Tipton
in one episode where we were like, hey, they fucking talk about the same people. And then a couple episodes later, we were like, we fucking get it, right? So just for Joey in Texas, I'm showing you love, you know, because I know he might feel like he doesn't get shout outs enough. But
call in.
But see, at the same time, he stopped listening for like a year. And then he told me that he was catching up the other day. He was on episode like 53. Right? Okay. So how are we going to mention you, dog, if you fucking completely fell off and we don't even, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, we got love for everybody that got love for us, straight up. So
hey, you fell off, you're back on. That's cool. That's what happens to everybody. So I'm glad that he's back and he's been listening and catching up and shit. But the reason why we're shouting out the same people is because for us, we're such a small podcast, is that if the people aren't reaching out and shit, or fucking liking our posts or whatever, then how are we gonna know? Like, we see the numbers of there's this many people listening, but we can't put names and shit out there unless they are reaching out, you know, so we can show them love. So
we can't just shout out rando fucking Carls just to do it. Hope they're fucking tuned in.
Shout out to Mercer.
Reinhardt.
I hope fucking Mercer's listening.
Right.
Oh,
but you know what too, and also to back up that statement, like, we know that the people we shout out are listening. Mm-hmm. We're not just giving fucking empty shout outs. Like,
exactly. Why
chances are they're tuned in at some point within the day or two of the fucking show coming out. So yeah, man, and fuck it, I don't care. I wish we could do a 20-minute shout out where we're just, ringing off fucking hundreds of names. So if you want to get shouted out, just fucking interact with us.
And you know what? Actually, you brought up Reinhardt, and that's one of the, I actually was talking to him today, and he I don't want to say pitched, but he was thinking about another podcast that him and I could do together. And I told him I'd have to think about it because, Doug, I think about how much time this one takes up, right? And how much and how much I put into it, like even just behind the scenes, hitting up random ass people, following them. If they follow us back, then I'll hit them up with the, hey, you should check out our podcast, or just all that shit. It's very fucking time consuming, right? Fucking just going through liking shit and whatever. If they fucking follow us after I like them, I'll hit them up or whatever, right? So what I'm thinking is, like, he was talking about doing a different kind of podcast, and I think it would be dope, but I don't want to commit to something that I'm not going to give 100% to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to half-ass another show. So I'm like, so I told him, because I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to think of alternative ways to do it. Like, maybe we could only do it live on Saturday morning and there won't be no editing because it'll be live or something, right? So I was thinking like that way. So Carl, if you're listening, I am giving it some thought. I don't want you to think I was just bullshitting you and writing you off, because I told him, you know what, it sounds like a good idea, but let me think about it. So if you are listening, which you probably are, just know I'm thinking about it, because I'm just trying to think of alternatives and shit, because I don't want to half-ass something that I know he's going to be fucking balls deep in, because it's his only podcast, and then I'm going to be half-assing it. That would piss me off if I was him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be unfair.
Yep.
I don't want to be unfair.
No.
So
and I'll be straight up and honest with you. I don't, I'm not a hater. You guys do what you got to do. You got my full support, whatever the hell you do, because you brought me here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you got my support either way. I don't personally have time for that shit. Like I was on Tito and Tito and E's. Because you made a good point. I'm trying to bring it. And between 40, 50 hours at work and trying to get my house together and just life, you know what I mean? Like I don't think, I would probably put forth more time to do that with you if we were to give our people an extra show. But
like we are here
but
tonight,
I don't. Right. And I'm down for that. And even with the homies Tito and E, if once in a great while, they want one of us to go on there, I'm sure we can make time for that. I don't have the time. And if I was, I'd have to buy some more of this, bro.
Alpha Brain. Hey,
yeah,
that's
because
from
that's a lot of shit. Huh? Yeah, it's from Joe Rogan's shit.
On it's a great company.
Haven't tried it yet, but I feel like if I did do something like that, I'd need to be chewing on fucking Alpha Brain all week.
I feel you, 100%. But see, and that's one thing is that we already give so much to this. That's all I'm gonna
Well,
say.
if you guys, and here's the thing too, if you guys do one and you ever want me to make like an appearance here and there, I can probably do that. I just don't have the time. My priorities lie with this show, and I could obviously post up and hang out and bullshit or whatever from time to time, but
and see, and what I'm saying is, like, I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus or anything, but
hell no.
I'm just saying I've been a part of things where the other person wasn't giving 100%, and
no, for sure,
and
you feel it,
and it fucking bugs you. You know what I'm saying? And you could want this person to care about it as much as you do, but if they don't, bro, it's gonna fucking piss you off. And so, you guys can read between the lines.
You're taking the words out of
right.
You're taking the words out of my mouth, because even at work, bro, I can teach people everything about what it is we do, but I can't teach you to give a shit and to have passion.
Exactly.
I just can't. We could train a fucking monkey probably to do what we do, but I can't fucking train him to show up on time and to give a shit.
You can't train him to fucking not go out to the bar, the night before his first day at work, or
Oh yeah, and then post it on the worldwide Snapchat that anyone can see your little blue, your blue fucking illuminated fucking circle of the city, and there you are at the bar.
It's not like you're doing that after you haven't worked in fucking a minute. And you're over here trying to get your shit together, supposedly, but you don't even give a fuck. So you're fucking at the bar the night before. It's not like something like that.
Drinking fucking, and then you're not even taking like real shots, bro. They're fruity drinks. But hey, who might have? I'm not Faith Jenkins, so I shouldn't be judging.
I feel you 100%, Doug. So
does he think he fucking? What is he, a Laker fan, bro? With all them fucking. Well, yeah, it was like purple and gold, bro. Though you saw that, you seen it. What color were those drinks? I'm not being a dick. I'm just calling for what I see it.
Let's bring in baseline, Trey.
Let's bring in Carl Reinhardt.
Nah, not even, Doug. But that's fucking But no, that's why I'm trying to be legit in 100%, because, like you said, dog, you can't fucking you can't make somebody give a fuck, and it goes for anything in life, dog. Relationships, fucking work. Podcasting, fucking whatever. You can't make somebody give a fuck. So if they don't, it's gonna be you're gonna only get frustrated. And so, not that I don't give a fuck. I think that'd be awesome, but just with everything else right now, I'm kind of like, how could we do it so it would still be dope, But
if you guys do, I'll be your biggest fan, and you guys got my support. So I'm gonna throw that out there for sure.
Yeah. No, and see, one of the things that I think is cool, because he was talking about like us talking about. Like basically what we do for Covino and Rich, but about other podcasts and shit that we listen to, because him and I are very, parallel when it comes to podcasts that we listen to.
I got a question, bro. How do you guys have that fucking much time? Like with my work change, I can't even hardly listen to Covino and Rich, and it's definitely not because I don't want to. I love Covino and Rich, but dude, I find myself having to fucking listen to it in the morning while I'm taking a shit because my time is used. Like, how in the fuck are you guys listening to multiple different podcasts with multiple episodes? Doing what?
I told you.
I can't do that shit at work. I'm busy, dude. Like, I can't even listen to. It's tough. I got people asking me questions. I'm going from one department to the next, and my boss is calling. Like, how do you guys do that at work?
My fucking job is dope because I'm not bothered. You know, I'm interrupted very infrequently. You know, like sometimes like people will have questions and shit, but they just pop into my office and say something, and I'll answer their question, and fucking then they're on their way. And for me, I get to work. I know what I have to do. I'm fucking listening. Doug, so from the time I get up, I wake up in the morning. I wake up about 6. Throw in my AirPods. Okay, fuck. What am I going to listen to get started? Boom. Put on fucking a show. Stretch. Fucking okay. Get in the shower. I'm listening in the shower. We remember that. Then I'm listening. Sometimes on the way to work. Sometimes on the way to work, or sometimes I'll put music. But as soon as I get to work, you know, fucking, soon as I'll turn off the music, you know, turn off Kanye. And then fucking I'll put on a podcast.
The shit.
And then I, you know, walk to my office, get in, get settled, and then I'm listening. Doug, then I'm at work 10, 11 hours a day. There's 10 or 11 hours right there. There's fucking podcasts are like an hour. Fucking, okay, 11 podcasts right there I get to listen to. You know? Or like Kill Tony comes out Sunday nights. I listen to Covino and Rich on Fox Sports. They end at 9 o'clock my time.
Right.
So then after they're over, I know, hey, there's a new episode of Kill Tony because it comes out about 6 or 7. So I'll put on Kill Tony. That's only an hour show, maybe hour and 10 minutes. Get to listen to that. Right. And then, cool, knocked out that. And then, I don't know, dog. To me, it's just, mine's
on drives.
There's very few things, and, you know, I love, especially, like, I'm going to go see Luis in Tucson. Boom, fucking throw on a Covino and Rich. By the time the episode's over, I'm pulling up to his pad. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I found Covino and Rich. I used to drive a lot, dude, and that shit. And they were 5 days a week. You know what I mean? And usually
5 days.
They bounced 5 days a week, and you know they bounced around time slots. But I think that when 06, when I first used to listen to them, I think they were the afternoon show. I think it went
afternoon, but later. Were they trying to rip on our shit, dog, before we even started?
Put your dukes up, bro. But I remember it was the Mantertainment Report with Stretch in the morning, and I think they came on after that, and then it was DeVore and Diana after. I believe that was it. You know, if any of the Carls want to correct me if I'm wrong, please do so. But, you know, at work, I would get into modes too, where even at the grocery store, I'd be able to listen to them at night on the replay. Because after about 10 o'clock, I was the manager, so I'm just replenishing and filling stuff anyway. So I could just, same thing, unless there was a complaint or someone needed help with something that, you know, we didn't have on the sales floor that had to look in the back, pretty much I was in my mode too. Mm-hmm. But right now I'm just in a different position where people are constantly needing me all damn day long, and fuck, I can't even wipe my ass without fucking someone asking me a question, let alone fucking listen to a podcast. So I'm trying to
today, listen to replays. Honestly, today was the first day in forever where and I still listened to a full episode of Joe Rogan. It was like 3.5 hours. I listened to Covino and Rich. Their shit was 2.5 hours. Right. I still listen to those, but we had I was supposed to have somebody training one of our new employees today, and they called out. So I was like, fuck. So I had to be up in the front showing them how to do shit until noon when somebody else got there that I was able to let them help them out. So from 8 until noon, I wasn't able to listen to shit. But then after that, I was able to listen to shit, even though I was busy. So right. I don't know, dog. I feel like I always manage to get in shit. There's just so much shit, and at the same time, dog, there's not. I mean, I write hard as fuck for fucking Covino and Rich. Fucking for Rogan, even though people hate on him. But those are episodes I don't miss. Kill Tony, it's only one a week, so I fucking dig that. Ones that I do not listen to like all the fucking time. Like I don't listen to Theo Vaughn all the fucking time. I catch him from time to time. I catch Two Bears 1K from time to time. I catch.
What the fuck is that?
With Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer.
Two Bears, One Cave?
Yeah. So I listen to them. from time to time. Like they had the other day, Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer was out, so David Spade was on. That
sounds like fucking 2 dudes, 1 cup to me.
David Spade, Doug, is always a fucking dope guest on whatever he's on.
I like David Spade.
He's fucking, and he's from Arizona. He fucking, I dig fucking David Spade. So I listen to that. And honestly, Doug, it comes back to my superstitions because I love Two Bears, One Cave. But Doug, every time I fucking listen to that show, I get interrupted for something. Like it could be like I put like, Doug, I've had the perfect day, everything's fucking quiet, right?
You know what that means, bro?
What?
That's the sign. That's the higher power telling you to put on a replay of Covino Rich instead.
Well, that's what I'll do. No,
or the Son of Rage.
God, fucking hand to God, I'll do shit like that because I'm like,
I would,
because I that's why like sometimes like David Spade was on, I was like, cool, I'll listen to that. But when it's for some reason it's Tom and Bert, Doug, I'm at work. If say I put it on, right, because I think they come out like on Monday, I'll put it on. Next thing you know, fucking you hear an ambulance. You look, Doug, there was a student that had a heart attack. And you're like, fuck, man. Like, just the most random shit.
Covino Rich.
Yeah, Doug, like the most random shit. Doug, I'll put in fucking Covino and Rich. And then the kid will be like, start breathing again.
Do you feel guilty? Do you feel guilty?
About what?
Because you know what? If you were listening to Covino Rich in the first place, he wouldn't have died.
No, Doug, because I'll put Covino and Rich back in my ears. And then the dude comes back to life. You know, cool. And then they're like, clear. You know, they're like, time of death. And then he's like, when I put on Covino and Rich, and
I ain't dead yet.
Yeah, and then so.
Oh shit! Yeah, Siri got an opinion too.
I know, Doug. Everybody trying to be on the show. I didn't even fuck it. But no, man. But you know what? We've been at this shit for almost an hour, so I think we'll wrap it up because I got some shit to do.
Oh,
what do you got? I know you have a couple of things. Come on.
Rich, real quick, I'm gonna do. You know what? This is a new segment. When you cut me off like that, and you're ready to end the show. I want to run down the couple of things that I have left.
All right, rapid fire, Doug.
Don't need a lot of time. Rich, fucking.
I have one more thing too. One more thing that I'll say before we end.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, so I can rapid fire.
Okay, one more thing, Doug. I don't know if you saw the headline, but Cain Velasquez got got locked up for fucking attempted murder, right? And
he shot somebody.
We don't know all the facts yet. That's all I'm saying, right? Is because, you know, there was 2 people involved. You know, they're trying to figure everything out right now. But I'm saying I ride hard as fuck for Cain. You know, he's from Yuma. He went to one of, you know, he's always here in town visiting family and shit. You know, you see him at Sam's Club.
Not today. He wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah, but no, fucking. So one of the things I thought was like kind of funny is that when you fucking ride with somebody, right, like Cain Velasquez, right, where you're like, this dude's fucking, for the most part, you know, I don't know what happened just yet, but I feel like he's a good dude, right? And,
I don't think any different of him either way.
And so, Doug, but see, the thing is, like, something like this happens, and I'm like, all right, Doug, well, we don't know what happened, right? We weren't there.
Bro, motherfuckers normally don't just get shot.
You know,
right? There's part of a story we haven't figured out.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, Doug. But you know what's funny is that if it was somebody I didn't give a fuck about or I even disliked, I would be like, look at this piece of shit over here, you know, murdering people, right? But just because I fuck with Cain Velasquez.
Oh, if you don't like him, now it's murder, even though the guy didn't die?
Yeah, dog.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe he fucking was chopping limbs like Dexter, right? And the dude's still alive. But when it's fucking somebody that I fuck with, I'm like, listen, Linda, listen. We don't know the full story yet, you know? And but you know what, though? Honestly, though, I joke about it because, like, I fuck with them. But it is very true, though, right? I'm like, hey, people don't just get shot, you know? Cain wasn't just, you know, driving down the street and was like, hey, I'm going to shoot that motherfucker. He might have said something about his mama. You let people say shit about your mama just all willy-nilly?
No.
You don't know. So my bad. Okay, Doug, go ahead and rapid fire.
Yeah, anyways, so fucking first thing is you know, we always talk, well, I've told you in the past about how fucking, and this isn't rapid fire, but I'll get to it, how Rich always says the same shit that Shannon Sharp does on fucking Undisputed. Mm-hmm. You do realize... And Shannon Sharp just goes, skip, you do realize, right? Mm-hmm. So fucking, anyways, that is one podcast I listen to. Is Shannon Sharp has Club Shay Shay, and it's about an hour, and he has fucking celebrities, and this week's guest was Mike Tyson. How come fucking with Mike Tyson, I don't know what I was doing. I fucking felt like I was listening to Covino, right?
I feel
First
you.
rapid fire. How about Rich was bummed because he couldn't show his dad his new house? Like he wanted to be there when his dad saw the house. I don't get that either. My pops used to buy brand new cars off the lot when I was like 16 and say, here you go, kid, and let me drive that fucker. And I would just take it straight out with my buddies and smoke weed and hot box and not take it home till midnight. And he just bought it at 4 p.m. So I don't understand the significance of sharing, the importance of showing someone a material possession. I've never understood that either. But that's Rich being
You know
Rich.
what, though? You know what's the weirdest part about that? Is that Rich is like the least materialistic person. You know, he throws fucking everything away. He don't give a fuck about this. Why do you hang on to this? Why did you keep your key card from fucking Bennigan's? Why,
right.
you know?
But probably this is the blood, sweat, and tears in Texas. And he probably bitched to everyone that whole time. So listen here, Dad. This is why I went through with hell in Texas for 9 months before my house was ready. Here it is. Voila!
Yeah.
Is that what he wanted?
I
guess
he did.
so.
I think he did.
And then the last thing, bro, rapid fire was, did you hear him telling Covino that you're supposed to take 3 fucking Advil?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he said, Doug, he said, what are you, 12 years old? That's what a 12-year-old takes, right?
No, dipshit. They're supposed to take less. 12 or older is supposed to take 2.
Yeah.
And I don't take fucking 3 Advil. I don't even half the time take 2 Advil. You know why, bro? What happens when you start smoking weed or you start drinking every day,
right? Tolerance, right?
Right. Why in the fuck, dude? It tells you in the bottle, you dumb motherfucker, this shit is bad for your kidney and your liver, and you want to take more than you need to, even if it's not enough to hurt your kidney or liver, right? It might not cause you to OD, but if there's a fucking warning on the bottle, just like a beer, bro, you have 1 beer, you're cool. You drink a 12-pack, some of the warning label that they tell you on the side might start to come true after repetitive use. Why would you abuse over-the-counter fucking pain medicine? Save the 3 or 4 when you got a fucking migraine and you can't go to work, right? Yeah. Take 3 or 4 then. Why would you fucking do it for whatever reason Covino had?
Yeah, exactly. Your back's hurting a little bit or you have a headache or something. Dog, if two has been working for 40 years, why the fuck are you gonna fucking now, start? Why? Like, he's like, whoa, why don't you take 3? Because he's never taken 3. Why the fuck would he need to?
Because the bottle says not to.
Yeah. Like,
there's a dumb motherfucker throwing 3 eggs in a brownie when it says 1. I mean, what else directions do you not follow? It's pretty fucking simple. He graduated from Syracuse. There's about 4 fucking sentences on the bottle. Dang. Follow the fucking direction.
That's crazy. What? He graduated from Syracuse.
Well, somehow 2s look like...
And he married Sarah Hoots.
Syracuse.
A fucking coincidence? No. More evidence, Doug, that we're living in a simulation.
Okay, well, it's about time to hit stop on the one that we're currently involved, which is this show. And we will see you fools later. Do you want to hit him with that outro?
All right, let's go.
The road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.